Have you ever wondered how the most dangerous man in the world healed his own wounds? Picture a man not born into danger, but wrested by the unyielding hands of life and personal choices into a realm of darkness. His name echoed in whispers, a symbol of fear, respect, yet shrouded in misunderstanding. On the surface, he was the embodiment of danger, a man who could make the bravest quiver. But beneath this facade was a man as human as you or I. A man burdened by the weight of a broken spirit, yearning for a transformation. His journey was not defined by the shadows he cast, but by the battles he fought within. The scars he bore were not trophies of victories, but reminders of the war within his soul. His dangerous persona was but a mask, concealing a man wrestling with the fragments of his shattered existence. The real danger, however, wasn't his actions. It was his deep-seated pain. Every story has a turning point, and for our dangerous man, it was a moment of profound loss. It was a loss that shook him to his core, a loss that pierced through the hardened exterior of this formidable figure. This was not a loss of material possessions, but something far more personal, far more devastating. He lost his anchor, his compass, his guiding light. He was left alone, bereft of everything he thought mattered. The world that he once dominated with an iron fist seemed to crumble around him. The walls that he had built around himself, the fortress he had constructed to keep the world at bay, no longer felt secure. It was as if the ground beneath him had given way, and he was falling into an abyss of despair and desolation. Suddenly, the dangerous man found himself questioning his life choices. He began to wonder if the path of power and dominance he had chosen was truly worth it. The echoes of his actions, the repercussions of his decisions, all began to haunt him. He was drowning in a sea of regret, gasping for air, grappling with the reality of his life. But within this profound loss, within this turmoil, a seed was sown. A seed of transformation, a seed of change. The dangerous man was at the precipice, standing at the edge of a cliff, staring down at the chasm of his past. He could either continue down this path of self-destruction, or he could choose to change, to mend his ways, to heal his own wounds. And so, he chose the latter. He chose to face his demons, to confront his past, to accept his mistakes. He realized that the only way to heal was to acknowledge his wounds, to understand his pain, to accept his faults. He understood that he had to let go of his past to make way for a new future. The man who once instilled fear now found himself grappling with his own fears. The man who once sowed seeds of discord now found himself sowing seeds of change. And in this turning point, in this moment of profound loss, the dangerous man began his journey of transformation. In his darkest hour, he found the spark of change. Healing is a journey, not a destination. And for the dangerous man, it was a road paved with trials and tribulations. How does a dangerous man heal? It's no walk in the park, let me tell you. It's about digging deep, peeling back layers of the past, and confronting the shadows that have lingered for far too long. It's about standing in the storm of self-doubt and fear, but refusing to be swept away. The dangerous man's journey to healing began with acceptance. He had to acknowledge his past mistakes, the wrongs he had done, the pain he had caused. He had to take responsibility for his actions, to own them completely. This was no small feat, for it meant looking into the mirror and seeing not just the person he had become, but the choices that led him there. Next came forgiveness. He had to learn to forgive himself, which was perhaps the hardest battle he had ever fought. For how does one forgive oneself for the hurt one has inflicted? It's a hefty weight to bear. But the dangerous man knew that forgiveness wasn't about absolving himself of guilt, but rather about releasing himself from the chains of the past. In this battle against his own demons, the dangerous man was determined to win. He knew that the road to healing was a winding one, fraught with setbacks and obstacles, but he also knew that every step he took, every wound he healed, was a step towards peace, towards becoming a better version of himself. Healing is not linear. It's a process that ebbs and flows, filled with moments of triumph and moments of despair. But the dangerous man persevered. He walked through the fire, battled his demons and emerged on the other side, scarred but stronger. Remember, healing is not about erasing the past, but about learning from it, growing from it, and using it as a stepping stone towards a better future. It's about taking control of your own narrative and rewriting it in a way that serves you. With every wound he healed, he became less dangerous to the world and more at peace with himself. The most dangerous man in the world was no more. In his place stood a man of wisdom, resilience, and compassion. This was not just a man who had silenced his demons, he had transformed them into angels guiding his path forward. His past, once a battleground, now served as a fertile field, nurturing seeds of hope and growth. This man, once a symbol of danger, had become a beacon of hope. No longer a threat, he was now a testament to the power of transformation. He harnessed his painful past, converting it into fuel for his present and future. His wounds, once gaping and raw, had been transmuted into pearls of wisdom, gleaming with the promise of a brighter tomorrow. His journey served as a living testament, proof that one's past does not dictate one's future. From the ashes of his former self, he had risen, a phoenix embodying self-empowerment and ambition. He had become the embodiment of self-empowerment and ambition. The dangerous man's journey was not just about healing, it was about transformation. His tale is an eloquent narrative of resilience, a testament to the indomitable strength of the human spirit. He was once a being teetering on the edge of despair and destruction, but he chose to rise. He chose to heal. He chose to transform. His story illustrates that no matter the depths of our fall, no matter how steep the descent, there's always a chance to ascend, to soar. Each wound, each scar, each painful memory in its own way contributes to the tapestry of our strength, our wisdom, our growth. He did not merely survive his trials, he thrived amidst them. He metamorphosed from a dangerous man into a beacon of hope and resilience. His journey is a poignant reminder to us all. Self-empowerment isn't just about overcoming challenges. It's about embracing them as stepping stones to become the best version of ourselves. The dangerous man proved that it's never too late to change, to heal, and to aspire for more.